Hi everyone, so I'm back with my Wednesday video, and today I made this little trifold notebook style journal thing, and I done this using my new kit, which is just a little 10-page kit called Garden Rose, and I will link that below. Thought I'd do a little project with it. Obviously there's loads of other things you can do with it. Right, so this is a little tag that I made. I also used like freebies and bits and bobs that were in my stash as well, but I will mention that in the video. That doesn't fit in there because I glued down the sides, but I'll put something else in there and just do a quick flip, and then you can watch the video on how I made this. So, whoops. Little notebook there. It's got 10-20 pages front and back. The tags that I made, a little side tuck. I had made that already, so I don't have to make that on camera. 3 little journal cards, postcards in there, and there, and there. And yeah, you can just watch how I made this. I don't know how long the video is because I was stopping and starting doing it. So yeah, just enjoy the process. So here I'm starting off with 3 DL sized envelopes, and I'm just using a little bit of glue on there as well. And I'm just going to put them all together. If you don't have envelopes, you could just use cardstock and just, I can't remember what size that was. It was just slightly over 4 inches wide, so you could use say 12 by 12, and just fold that in 3 places. So there I'm just sticking that down as well. I do trim a little tiny bit off of there because obviously they're all the same size and it's going to be a trifold thingy, so we want it to be able to close. So here I'm using my digitals, and I'm just marking actually here, sorry, I'm just marking where I need to trim off because obviously the envelopes are way too tall. And now I am just measuring, guesstimating. I'm not actually measuring, I'm just putting that up and folding it where I think. Oh, that tore a little bit there. Yeah, just ripping that off. So I trim off all the bits for the sizes of the envelopes. Yes, that's upside down, but that was the only way, that was the part I wanted, so I was just making sure I got it the right way around. And I'm just paper clipping everything on just so I know where it goes. I'm getting very forgetful lately. So I can't remember whether I just I went off camera at some point and just done all this. I think I've done a couple and then I've done some off camera. So I'm just trimming that. And using a paper clip again, just to hold it in place. And at a later stage I actually write on all the backs of them, like what side they are, what left, right, middle, that kind of thing. So here I'm going to do some inking up. So I was going to ink all that up. And then on this side I'm just going to put some coffee dyed paper there just to reinforce and also hide the blue piece. We don't want to see the blue piece. And we just trim that off. As you can maybe tell, I'm doing a voiceover on this. I can't think and talk and all that at the same time when I'm doing these videos like this. I forget. So here I'm just popping on some glue stick and popping them. I am going to stitch around it all. So you can either do it on the paper or you can do it straight to the envelopes, entirely up to you. And I think I do the other side off camera, just basically showing you what I'm doing here. But if you're not stitching, then glue that down properly if you're doing something like this. Or I would glue it down properly. Oh, I think I'd done all of this on camera. Oh, at one point I had no room left, and my video, it stopped recording and told me that I got no storage space left, and I had to set and, I'd got videos from months ago on here, so I had to set and delete all of them to free up some space so I could carry on. I need to do a backup because it's all pictures of the grandkids and the animals. Right, so here is the pockets, and I glued them onto some, it was just some white paper I think, and then I stitched all around and inked them up. I don't actually use all of them. And that was a little bit fiddly because I had to put some wet glue around them just to make sure that it was all stuck down properly. I'm just doing some inking up. So I will put a link, I think I said that at the beginning, I can't remember. I'll put a link to this little kit. It's just a little budget bundle. It's only like £1.25. Prices are in pounds. I am here in the UK. So just popping on the, not the tags, the pockets. So there I've popped on the pockets, and we're going to use this sheet here, which is like a floating tag pocket. That's going to be my little cover. So I had already put some book page on the back of that, but before I'm going to go and stitch it, I'm putting the fabric here and there, and then I'm going to pop another book page on the back so that when you're putting a tag or anything in the pocket, that it's not going to catch on them little bits of fabric either side. Because we don't want that to happen. So now I'm going to work on the tags. So I'm just trimming off around the edges first. I'm doing the little tip trick that Wendy from Wendy's Journal Creations, is it? She had done. So you kind of work on the tags whilst they're still on, like the print out without. And I knocked this, but only for a few seconds maybe, that you will realise that I'm off. I don't know what happened. I don't know if I think I hit it with my scissors, if I remember rightly. I do adjust it when I realise what I'd done. So I'm just putting some glue on this. I don't think it was as long as that, because I just want it to hold in place, and I am going to stitch around on each tag. So yeah, it just saves you cutting and cutting and cutting. So right, as you see there. Alright, these images are freebies on my coffee shop, so I'll go over and take a peek. Just inking these up, and I'm going to put them on the tags. So now we've got all them on, I went and picked out some little butterflies and number labels and just words and things that I have already in my stash. So just inking up a few of them, get that done. So some of the butterflies are ARTYmaze, some of them are mine. The ones from ARTYmaze are freebies, the ones of mine are freebies. The words are ARTYmaze, and the labels and the ticket things. The one that says memories, the little label is from, it's a freebie actually. A journal cover topper. So you see, I trimmed them, and well, I sewed them, then I trimmed them, and I'm just putting some holes in there, and I'm going to feed through some white fabric. It's cotton fabric. I just thought I'd keep that white and not have everything like vintagey, just for a little change. Here I'm going to make a little side tuck, so using some of the leftover papers from the kit, I'm just going to trim that down a little bit because I don't want it that wide. Sorry, my phone keeps going off. So I'm just gluing this down and then I'm going to stitch all around it. As you can see, there's I used white cotton. I was just making sure that I was going to say the words on that is the right way up. To be quite honest, you wouldn't really tell if it was upside down. So I'll just go and stitch that, and boom, I'm back. How quick was that? So just inking up around the edges. In total, this little project took me about 4 hours to do, in between like other things, like cooking and everything else. It was at this all day. So yeah, I'm just going to pop that on, just gluing 3 sides. So this was in my stash from the other day. It was something that I didn't use, so it was handy to have that floating around. And then here, oh, don't ask, this is when my phone literally decided to tell me I had no storage left. So I don't know if I got all of that, and then I had to, like I said, I had to delete everything. Well, not everything, but I had to delete stuff and then come back to this. So I backed them onto coffee dyed paper. I don't know if you see me do that or not. No, you didn't. That was the bit that it stopped recording. So coffee dyed paper, ran a stitch through the middle, adding the butterflies. Some of these butterflies are ARTYmaze, some of them are mine. I think they're mine. Yeah, they are. And then the little words, they're from ARTYmaze as well. The music paper that I used is a freebie on my coffee shop, so if you want that, there's the white background one and the vintagey coloured background one, and they've been scanned from my own personal collection. So we're just going to glue them and pop them on the pockets. So here I printed out another page here. It was a little bit smaller, but I'm okay with that because I'm just making like a little notebook, not quite a journal. It's just going to have that and then coffee dyed papers. So here I'm just using some wax linen thread, and then I'll always put a little bit of beeswax on there as well. And I'm just going to do a 3-hole pamphlet stitch with the journal, and I'm just eyeballing that, like where I think the middle is, and normally it's about, just trying to think, 2 inches from the centre. I'll do the other holes. So that's the little notebook in, and I'm just adding the little bits that were left over. There was other pieces from the kit that I didn't use, but this is what I've done with my little 10-page garden rose kit. And as you can see, well, you'll see in a minute, or you've seen at the beginning, I didn't do anything on the back because I've got a feeling I might do a journal and pop this on the top as the top, or just like tie it onto the top of a journal, if you know what I mean. So, but I'm not sure. Might change my mind on that as well. So there we go. That was my little project.